deep breath. And guess what I found this week while we were waiting for a few more to get online this morning? I found a bottle of the original Peppermint among all of my old bottles of oil. So I'm going to use some of that and breathe it in. I've been filling the room with peppermint while I've been preparing today. And now I'm going to grab my inspiration blend. So I see some of you are already online. Grab your oil, whichever one you've decided to use, to breathe in to get yourself ready for this session today. I'm going to use, as I said, inspiration, and intend that whatever I say will inspire you in some way. So just breathe in your oils, close your eyes or leave them open, and just enjoy the bowls. Many of these bowls are going back over to Fuller Life Bali in the next few days, so I'm enjoying every one of them more often. Take a deep breath in. Happy Sunday. Thank you, all of you who are here today, who have chosen to be here for a video that I called Taking It to the Next Level. Now, what does that mean? Well, it can mean many different things. And one of the things that I feel that is important to remind myself about, which means I'm going to remind you as well, is that we never get over the basics. When we choose to go a little bit farther, it's so important for us to remember the basics, what we did to get us to where we are, because that never changes. We always go back and redo. I am reminded when I watch my gardeners how they constantly are redoing the garden, redoing the original steps, those steps that create the foundation for everything else. And I'm going to move my bowl, which I forgot to do, which means I'm knocking over other things. Okay, so what is it about the teaching going to the next level? Well, when I came upstairs to prepare for today, I had one thing in mind. However, that's probably not what's going to come out of my mouth, because once I'm up here and start my meditation, my pre-video meditation, I often have different ideas flowing in. So hopefully it will make sense to you. But the basic idea of taking it to the next level is to do what we have been doing, working through our own process, getting ourselves grounded, connected with the source, that first step of clearing the blocks, establishing those first 4 steps, clearing those blocks with the geranium and rhodocrosite, establishing our own unique energy signature, lifting the veils of illusion, which we all have about who we are, who others are, and what really is truth for us. Nurturing ourselves. Then we choose to, that's our basic foundation that never ever is finished, because we're continuing to refine ourselves. Then we move on a little farther with the challenge of allowing change into our lives and accepting those changes as they come. Releasing more of our fears and beliefs, integrating all of our true knowledge and abilities and making it work together in harmony. Those 9 glyphs in order, that's what it's all about. Then we reach this point where it's called leadership. How many of us are in a leadership position where we feel that it's about control or managing others? Well, I've learned, this is the world according to Francis, of course, I've learned that it has nothing to do with managing others or imposing our own ideas on others. It has to do with inspiring others, with being who we were created to be. Those first 9 steps of rainbow healing, and allowing who we are to radiate outward, positively impacting others every single day with everything that we do. It's not about what we're doing in terms of managing or controlling or changing others. It is about being who we were created to be and inspiring others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more. It's not about what we may think is right for others. Who do we know? Who are we to know what is the perfect thing for others to be doing? The focus is all about us. We focus on becoming who we are, who we were really created to be, and helping others. This is Stephen's favorite thing to say. He must say it 5 times a day. Helping others to help others. And if we are not who we were created to be, using our own knowledge and abilities, our own solid connection, how can we be strong enough to assist others in finding their path? And again, it is their path. Now, many of the things, I kept drawing this card this week as I was preparing, as I was thinking about helping others to help others, taking it to the next level. And the hologram that I kept coming up with was self-worth. Now, self-worth says at the bottom, recognizing the value of your own unique gifts. And that is an overall concept. Now, all of you have access to the glyphs, to the app, our Rainbow Healing app. Some of you may have the books and the cards, because this is expanded upon. Because as we put this clearing the blocks along with accepting who we are as we're on our journey and integrating our own unique gifts. It creates just like an essential oil blend, taking the unique single oils, combining them together in a particular way, will create a totally new substance. And this self-worth has many, many aspects. It has many that I've thought about and probably many that I have not thought about. But some of the things that I found, one of the things that I feel one of the aspects is so critical is the self-love aspect. As we are moving these three glyphs together, the self-worth, this is the energy of geranium, along with the energy of sacred frankincense or frankincense, and the frequencies of jasmine essential oil, and the frequencies that can be held by the rhodocrosite crystal, the hematite, and the sugilite or blue lace agate or blue chirite. These frequencies moved together can assist us in increasing our self-love. And certainly an issue for me all of my life has been different aspects of self-love. I've had this piece of rhodocrosite that for many, many years, for golly, since I think 2003 or 2004, and it actually has the rhodocrosite and the hematite woven together, which is these two frequencies that are so inherent to self-worth, self-love, loving ourselves. What happens when we do not really honor ourselves, love ourselves? Well, at the physical level, it can manifest as accidents, illness, disease. Are any of you dealing with accidents, illness, or disease? You all know, you can probably see my brace now because I lost my focus, my grounding, just for a moment. And it was enough to fall down and injure my hand, my dominant hand, which is really annoying because I'm having, even combing my hair with my non-dominant hand, my right hand, is difficult for me. So but it's a constant reminder that, hey, I lost my focus. So I may actually, once this heals and feels better, I may need to put something else to remind me. What can you do to remind yourself to maintain focus? To maintain that focus on those basic steps that got you to this point and will carry you into magnificent experiences that are yet to come. So how can we help others if we are not complete ourselves? Now, I used to think that helping others meant I had to give something up myself. It was just, well, if I'm going to help someone else, I have to give up something. I have to either be a martyr, oh, I can give it up, or that self-righteousness that comes with being better, I can do this because I can give this up, or that saving another. The fact is, not one of us can save another. We're here, each one of us, to learn our own individual lessons. And nobody can learn them for us. They can be an example that would inspire us to make our connections that will help us in the long run. However, nobody can do it for us. This is our own journey. So I'm going to encourage you to get this image in your mind that we are going along to really refine ourselves every single day, growing actively to refine who we were, who we are becoming, and to release that judgment, because judgment doesn't help anyone. And if we are competing, it doesn't help anyone either. It's all about us. You're the star of your show, and your life, the very center of your life, and that brightness that you feel from polishing, from refining who you are, from truly understanding and making that connection yourself, will carry you to the very next level. So what does give you that energy, that boost? Think about it. Write these things down so that this is really helping you to understand. Now, I have to tell you, I make a commitment to write in my journal and to really write things down. And then I get busy. And I'm sure every one of you does the same thing, or some of you may not. Some of you may have risen above that. It is not that I don't choose to do it. It's just that I lose my focus. Now, I am better about using the app and writing it into my phone. That seems to be more helpful. However, I remember Gary Young saying so often that, to write, carry a notebook with you and a pen or pencil and write it in your own handwriting. It is more powerful. And I agree with that. It is more powerful. I sometimes make the choice to do something else with the time that I could do. Now, is this a judgment? Do I feel less than? Not if I am constantly checking in. So, I'm going to tell you how you can take this to the next level with kind of making it a little more fun. And that is to really kind of just practice some form of kinesiology. On my website, I have the way I use. I have it on the app. All sorts of ways. There are hundreds of ways that you can do kinesiology, which is accessing your own information. And it is important for us to have something that we feel confident about. And I'd put the thumb and middle finger together and pull. Now, I have to be a little more gentle right now because the fingers of my left hand are not as powerful, as strong as they had been, and I don't want to hurt my hand anymore, but it's still going to do it. Yes is going to be strong, and no is going to pull apart. Find some method that you have that you can do and focus and ask yourself, is what I'm doing right this moment what I truly choose to do with this time? So it's, again, not about judgment. It's not about what you could or should have done or shoulds. Oh, that's another thing, the shoulds. The shoulds hold us back because we think we should be doing something another way. If your information tells you, if your connection with the source, and I highly recommend that you find your special oil or blend that gives you the confidence to make that connection, whether it is the grounding blend. I have higher unity here, which I use sparingly. Of course, we have the Sacred Mountain. I've got so many oils around. Sacred Mountain is my absolute favorite for maintaining focus. The minute I smell it, I love to diffuse it. And the minute that I inhale these frequencies, I am reminded to make my connection with the source and to ground, to put my roots down into the earth to keep me focused. So as you're moving along, taking it to the next level, never forget those basics, that grounding, that simple, but not easy thing to maintain. And that is true for me, for sure. And find out as you're going along. It can be a game as you're testing everything. Yes, no, that's all you're going to get. Yes or no. So practice making those questions. Find out what lights your fire. I love this blend. It's a spicy blend to help to light our fire as we begin to journey on. See, Gary gave us all of these blends, these wonderful blends that we can use. One, we can use two, three, we can use them however we choose to assist us in moving along and taking it to the next level. I have sitting here right now because this is a big thing for me. Joy blend. Is there anybody out there who did not like Joy blend when you first smelled it? Well, it was not just when I first smelled it. There was years that I did not like Joy blend. I smiled when people said, "Oh, it's my favorite blend." I didn't say it was mine because that would have been a lie. However, it really made me uncomfortable because I had it in my mind that I was not supposed to enjoy the process. That was a workaholic. I won't say I am anymore because I feel like I am not. I've transcended some of that in myself. Not completely, because when I am under stress, I revert back to doing rather than being. I'm getting better, and that is a key. I'm getting better. I'm more aware. I'm more linked in to understanding how to maintain joy in my life experience. And every part, every moment is so precious, so precious. We can't go back and relive any moments. So being sad about what choices we've made in the past won't give us joy in this moment, nor will it move us forward. Finding that joy in this moment and making different choices will move us forward. So as we go through this week, I challenge each one of you to just spend a little bit of time, a little bit more time thinking about what it is that does bring you that joy. How can you maintain your focus on your process without creating a situation where you feel less than with the things that you may be choosing to eliminate. It's not about judgment, remember. It's not about judgment. It's all about self-love. Maintaining our focus to generate the excitement the potential of every single moment. So, have a fun week filled with lots and lots of happy discoveries, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week.